welcome to. You know what? I just realized.
I just realized.
That
See,
you're
I
not
need the clipport with the names on it.
Oh, I got
welcome
you.
to
Fan.
Crowdsurfing. I'm Tom
ready?
Vassal.
Is it me? I'm Camilla.
Z Garcia, the clipboard handler, they call me.
I'm Joey Evans.
We want to say thank you to some of our Kickstarter backers. This is a little awkward as a start here.
Let's do it.
I think you're doing great.
So first we're going to say thank you to Sticky Ticky.
Sticky Ticky in the house today. Sticky Ticky backing us all the way. Appreciate you, Sticky. Sticky Ticky. Yes.
Pull back on that one.
You got the sticking. You got the
Cracky.
ticky.
Hold on, we have cracky mics. It might
It's
be.
Crackly Mike.
Yeah.
Is your mic?
It's flicky.
Is it?
Check mine.
Someone's mic is going insane. Why don't you mute us one at a time so we can figure out who it is?
Definitely two. Okay.
Oh, is me.
Is it better? Did you screw it in? Have you tried
Oh, was
rebooting
the
it?
wire loose?
Is it okay now?
Yes. No, now it's not. Yes, now it is.
Now
Now it's not. Is there something? Is the wire broken?
Who knows?
washed out.
Oh.
Maybe set it on the table.
No touchy.
It's perfectly fine now.
Okay.
No
Okay.
touchy.
Welcome to Crowdsurfing.
Hey, welcome back.
Once again, we want to say thank you to Sticky Ticky.
Go ahead.
And we want to say thank you to Aaron
Aw.
and Laurie Broomball,
Oh, you got that.
Zolt Matthews,
What? I want to see that one.
That's a good one.
What is that?
and Matt Linfante,
Oh, that's a fun one.
to to Joa
Joa.
Arajo,
Ooh.
Both J's.
to
are
Nat
fans.
the Brat Nagan,
Not the brat.
and Malte Tubner,
This is what I've been waiting for.
to
Not the
Daniel
brat.
Schaefer, and to the Squirrel family from the Czech Republic.
I was
Daniel
waiting for the
Schaefer.
wrong thing.
I know, you blew it.
Daniel Schaefer. Once I wondered if it's the same one. Daniel Schaefer,
Probably
do you
not.
live in California and are you married to Ashley? Are we friends? Just wondering. I know a Daniel Schaefer.
Squirrel family
He's
from
not
the
here,
Netherlands.
you know that, right? Yeah.
Are you the squirrel family that I'm familiar with from the comics?
Up the tree?
Oh, fui.
All right. I'm really confused here. Folks, welcome to Crowdsurfing. This is a show where we talk about projects on Gamefound, on Kickstarter, and BackerKit, and we tell you what we think of them. We talk about projects that are ending in the next week or so. We also, because we're sponsored by Gamefound, take a look at a project from Gamefound each week. Here's today's project. Hey folks, we're talking today about Kemet Rise of the Gods from Matago Games. Kemet is one of my favorite creatures on a map style games that is out there. It's such a fantastic game, and this adds a whole lot more. So if you've never gotten the game, the new version of Kemet, this is a good chance to get it. But let's take a look at some of the new stuff that they are adding to this. So first of all, you have these gods modes. You can now summon the great Egyptian gods. Look, Horus and Set, and then my favorite, Sobek, the crocodile god. So you have these gods that you'll be able to bring out. And then they have 2 new colors of tiles. So the original game came with 3 different colors of technologies, and then they added another color, black, and now there's amber tiles here, which you can see they have different monsters and different technologies, and amethyst. Look at that giant crocodile. I want him and Sobek now on my team. So these 2 did things. There's also a 6-player expansion. I normally wouldn't play with 6 players in most games, but in Kemet, I think I would be interested in it, also with the team mode that they're adding. So now you can play in teams of 2 to 3 players. There's a solo mode if you want to do that, and then a big box that's going to hold everything. There's so much content for Kemet at this point that you're going to want to get all of that in there. So you can see that they even have here, if you're just coming back and you already own everything from Kemet, then you can this is the pledge that you'll pick. But if you're your first time and you're jumping in, you can get all that stuff too. So this is on Gamefound right now from Matago Games. If you want an Egyptian game where you are running around fighting armies with giant mythical monsters at your beck and call and weird and unusual powers, you want to try Kemet Rise of the Gods. All right, everybody, let's get jumping into our project today. Today we're starting with some Magic the Gathering stuff, and this is the Commander Deckbox. So the Commander Deckbox This is like the sixth one of these I've seen.
Oh, these are everywhere. Yeah, you can get these all over the place. I will say I like a couple of things that this one's doing. I like they have a compartment. You can get if you get the fancy schmancy when you get a compartment for the dice, like a set of dice. I like that.
Yeah.
There's also this little, I guess, 3D printed card right there. And you can rest your extra dice on at the top and the bottom line. Whatever, who cares? The two in the middle make a life total.
Ah.
You can spin those. There's kind of like a little indentation there, a little space to hold them in place. So you can track your life total with those. I like that. That's a neat idea. You can go up to, 99 life. So this looks pretty cool. It's, you can get something like this or similar enough right now. But if you really like the look of this one, you can give it a shot. I always feel a little disappointed, I guess, when we look at something that is available right now from somebody else.
Right.
And they're basically, fairly indistinguishable.
Yeah, and so we also have I like the mix and match color thing. Make it the color you want.
Yeah.
That's me.
You can do that with Gamegenic stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next we have Cube Staka Insert. This one is likely not going to fund. But, hey, if you want to upgrade your storage solution, is this 4 calyxes?
I assume calyxes,
It
but
says
then
cube
there's also
storage
like
shells.
I think it's
Yeah.
there's a pretty standard size for the cubes, which is calyx. But then if you have one that's a little bigger, I think it has SDL, so you could also
It'll
you
fit
know,
my
size
Big
it.
Lots shelf.
Right, yeah, like the Big Lots ones, the Walmart ones like that. Like those there are not
She means
calyx.
cheaper.
I do like, this is, I think, a really neat way to do it
I agree.
if you don't have that many games especially. If you have a fairly moderate collection and you have like maybe, say, a couple of calyxes, this is a great way. Oh, that's decent. You know what I mean?
Moderate? You mean all calyx is a moderate collection? What are you
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about?
2 is, of course, I'm sorry. 2 is insane. A moderate is 1. I didn't get to read that memo. Anyway, if you have 1 calyx, i.e. a moderate collection, then I think this is a good way to really separate those and have them look really nice, and you can adjust exactly the space you want.
And sorry.
No, go ahead.
I did just recently switch to storing this way. And
Finally.
I like it now, but I've never gone for the bottom one a lot. So I don't know.
But that's the problem. It's hard with that, and I think this solves that. But if you do store horizontally, I just saw that they're also putting them in there horizontally. And so if you pull out, I'm sorry, I say horizontally, vertically. So if you pull it out vertically, the other boxes aren't going to like start to open some, which that's nice too, because that's the biggest issue with, well, one of the big issues is with storing vertically. So I think that's really cool. I wish it would fund. This is again a project though that I don't want to print myself, which is most products. I don't want to print any product. Let me be clear. I don't want to print.
Hey, did you hear one of the biggest 3D printers went out of business?
Who? Elegoo?
Our office.
No, the one that, I forget the name of them. You'd send stuff in to get it printed.
Oh, I don't know.
They
those.
went out. Who was telling me that? I forget
Oh,
what it was.
really?
Have you ever done
Shapeways, I think, was it?
Oh, yeah, Shapeways.
Shapeways?
Yeah.
No, I don't
Shapeways-
know.
Shapeways, really?
That's what I heard.
They
Alright.
to do printing for you. Wow.
Bottle Shock.
My goodness.
The wine game.
Has anyone seen this movie, by the way? Because this
No.
movie sounded awesome.
I
mean,
know.
you got
Am I busy tonight now?
Is that
Yes.
Alan
Yes, I
Rickman?
am.
yes, it's got Hans Gruber, it's got Captain Kirk, it's got who else is
Gruber.
Chris Pine,
Like the chicken?
and
Hans Gruber is,
then the guy who played the president.
Voldemort.
Voldemort.
No, the other guy.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
Dark
he was-
Sirius.
Hans
No, the
Gruber.
other
Sirius
guy.
Black.
No, the other
Oh.
guy.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, what's
Yes.
his face in Harry
Snape?
Potter?
Snape.
Servius
Yeah.
Snape?
No,
Yeah.
he's Hans
Oh, yeah,
Gruber.
I did have him.
It's
Because
also
he's
got
British.
Bill Pullman, president from.
What's that mean? From what?
Independence
From
Day.
Independence
Day.
Oh.
He's a president. No, not yet.
Today will be a day of independence.
Oh, such a good speech. So this movie, I'd watch. I don't know if it's a new movie or what, but
It's on Netflix, though. It showed us in the video.
is it?
It's what it said in the video.
Okay, we're not talking about the game at all.
This seems
game?
very. Wine tasting is one of those things. I've been to people's because adults have birthday parties, and this is usually a thing of wine tasting, and it's like,
An adult birthday party. Okay.
yeah, I don't know. Wine tasting is one of those. It's just, whew, maybe it's just
Is
not
that a
me.
good thing? No, it's
I
not.
don't know. I'm trying to figure out what he's saying.
I'm just not a
What
wine
about
taster.
if the wine bottle's in a bag?
What if it's mead?
Oh, they're
Can you
always
do
in
this with mead.
That's
100%.
So basically, this is loosely about everybody bringing a bottle of wine, you stick it in a bag, and you all sample the wines and then write about it.
No, there's some sort of
Then you're also like
social
secretly
deduction thing
yeah,
to this.
Yeah, because you want them to guess your wine or something like that. So,
Right.
But the descriptors, or you want them to guess the correct elements. I don't know. I couldn't follow it enough. I definitely think it would be fun to try though. Like.
You're definitely not selling it to me. It sounds so
Well, I mean, what are you
convoluted.
gonna do? I mean, well, again, I didn't watch like the playthrough videos or anything. Also, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I couldn't really describe it thematically.
This is a really weird project. It's based on an indie or very, little known
Very
movie
niche.
from like 20, 30 years ago.
Yes.
I don't know. It's such a weird project. And then there's quotes here from like a couple of Hollywood people.
I saw
Like,
that.
who made this? This is just a very strange project. I feel like if you know this is for you, if at any point you're like, ooh, then sure, you're the target audience. Otherwise, we got nothing to tell you.
I wonder too if this is for like the murder mystery people that like the murder mystery in
That
the box
might
kind
be
of parties,
it.
And it's like, ooh, something different. Last year we found out who did it on the train. This year we're doing this, killed somebody.
Yeah, who murdered?
Yeah.
That
murdered.
may seem like an audience for kind of that.
on the train.
Maybe the hunter-killer / murder mystery people.
Like if that's it. But that being said, I would
You
give
know
this
those-
a whirl. I'd try.
Those hunter-killer things that send you in the mail.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they sent you bottles and they're like, here, drink this, would you do it though? They're like, oh, it's wine. Don't worry, it's
Where'd
definitely
it come
wine.
from?
From somebody in the Netherlands or something. You don't know where those things come from.
I don't know.
I would not drink that.
Next game
wanna know how
is
it's
Tales
packaged.
from the Red Dragon Inn second printing. I love this game.
How much would you say you
So
love
much
it? What would
fun
you
with
rate it?
What would you rate?
I'd give it
Don't
a
look.
9
Oh.
out of 10.
Okay, you're good. Yeah.
Me and the kids really enjoyed this one. It's a cooperative dungeon crawl that has one of my favorite mechanisms in games, the cooldown, where when you use an ability to put
love
tokens
that.
on it, and then you slowly pull them off.
I like that.
So
But there are
good.
ways to pull them off faster. I'm just a big fan of that.
Yes.
So if you haven't ever played the game, you can get the game here. But then there's also some upgraded stuff and
$8.
well, just a few things. It's some extra cards, a bigger initiative bag, and several cards with minor errata. It's like a fixing thing, but the standy bases probably helps too.
This is not like a legacy one-time playthrough. You can play this over and over, right?
Sure, it's not legacy, but you do open
You don't
it
rip
up.
stuff up. Oh,
no,
you do.
you don't rip
Okay.
stuff up.
All right.
Well, if you
so
want
it's
to.
campaign, not
If
legacy.
you buy, you do whatever you want.
It's true.
Looks like they add some minis. These look like the minis for some sort of familiar. And extra dice.
metal ability
I'm a
to-
big fan of extra dice and thing. And then some more. Why would you want more the minis from the base game? I guess for painting purposes.
I don't know.
I don't know if I would agree with this. I'm never playing Gloomhaven again.
I'd agree
Isn't
with
that the guy from the 70s show? It looks just like him.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
it does look like
It's not
Fez.
Fez.
Fez, it looks just like Fez.
I didn't know Fez liked board games. That's cool.
Oh wait, and there's a quote from Mike. Combo. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I like this game. If you have shied from it, like I initially shied from it because I thought, oh, it's like Red Dragon Inn. I'm not really interested in it. It's very different from that game.
That is,
and I like it a lot.
What is Red Dragon Inn?
that is why I did
Red
not
Dragon
back
Inn is a
that.
drinking game in which it's not a drinking game, but it's about a bunch of adventurers sitting around drinking after their adventure, bragging about what they've done, and having the most gold. And it's a take that game. I think
Yeah.
this passes over here. No, I have this gold, and
And you pretty
try
much
to pass
have
the bill off to somebody else. That
You've
type
got
of
two
thing.
tracks to kind of, if they ever meet you, pass out. You can't keep your drunkenness till lower. It's a cute little tongue-in-cheek game.
So when you say it's a drinking game, you mean like
You don't
you're not
actually drink.
It is not.
Thematic.
Unlike
got
that
it.
wine
It
game,
is,
this
you
is
It's
are,
about
I
a
see.
party of
Okay.
adventurers
Right,
drinking at a
yeah.
tavern.
I understand.
You are
Got it.
playing cards on each other that say, screw you, no, screw
Yes.
you, and that's,
No,
I
you
would
suck.
compare it to Munchkin.
yeah, it's much.
Got
I don't
it.
think that's mean, but yeah.
Nah.
It's,
But this
yeah.
one, this
It's
one
a
sounds
lot.
cool.
The genre, I think, is described as crap.
All right. 1793 Patriots and Traitors who use
ESP.
ESP.
Let me think about it.
No, that's because this is in Spanish.
This is
Okay,
Z.
makes sense.
Tell us about this one.
¿Qué hay en la caja? That means what's in the box.
Oh wow, I
But-
thought that said what's
but
in the
what?
house, and then I realized it's not
But
casa.
what is it?
It's Kaya. I did.
I was trying to figure out what a ham
One
was.
letter.
You want to know what's
deal.
in there? Un tablero de París, un tablero de Francia, tres
All right,
losetas de local.
You're just showing off.
Okay. Paris is in there. France is in
Cinco
there.
bolsas de algodón. That means there are 5 bags of cotton.
No, wait.
In the, technically, a direct translation of that is 5 bags of cotton. Why? I don't know. Oh, 5 cotton bags. English and Spanish for you. They don't always work out. You go back and forth. Anyway, yeah, it seems like an interesting, very specifically themed
Oh, that guillotine?
war game. It's very French, the whole thing.
Yeah,
very
it
French.
is.
So, yeah.
It's really.
Meeple?
Yeah, wow.
We need that. Can you
geeple.
get just the geeples?
Just geeples?
Guillotine meeples is called
Okay.
geeples.
I jumped on the bandwagon real quick.
Thank you. Okay.
I had your back instantly on
No
geeples.
bandwagon to jump on. All right.
Patriots
All right, next we
Traitors.
have Casual Game Insider Board Game Magazine. 13th year of this one.
Wow.
I actually have this one here. I just showed it off on Monday. That's where it is. It's on the table in the other room.
Where is it?
The other room being the
Is
bathroom.
it here?
No, where my daughters are.
Is it here?
Could still be the
Hey,
bathroom.
look, my quote says, when an issue of CGI comes in, I don't put it down until I've read it from cover to cover. To be fair, that's because I get home and it's sitting on the counter.
I
and
agree.
I'm like, I will just sit here and read it while I'm sitting there. And I do.
Here's the thing. It also comes in digital. But if you have a print copy, you tend to read more of the articles that you wouldn't normally read on a digital. I've noticed.
Yes, if it's digital, I'm straight up just looking at pictures.
Yes.
There's
Like I've seen this
something to that.
magazine there,
Right.
and I'm like, I will thumb through and I will
Yeah.
spend more time on each page. But if I had the PDF, I just keep going.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though, folks. This is like a guaranteed Kickstarter. You know, the magazines, some of them come and go.
Right.
This is their 13th year.
That's
I was definitely suspicious when he first started the company. I was like, I don't think this is going to last. And it has.
13 years is, yeah, that's
Pretty
not
good.
nothing.
And they have lots of different, they talk about upcoming games. There's a lot of new games in there. And then they also have articles about various things. Like, oh, we're going to talk about gaming in libraries. We're going to talk about what's it like to go to a game convention. Here's like, for the love
that's
of the
cool.
game, bringing the heat with board games. And I don't know what that means, but that's what the stuff that's in there. And it's 4 times a year.
I thought it was quarterly.
530,000 words they've done.
all right. So if it's you said 4 times a year, so you get 4 of them. Is this like a year subscription?
Yeah,
you
it's a
do?
quarterly.
So you get 4. So how much is the subscription?
$4,800.
Oh my gosh! What?
Digital or 1 year print, go back was 50.
No. This is if you're a sponsor and you're going to put your stuff in ads.
That makes more
Oh,
sense.
oof.
What?
Oof. I don't know.
$25 is a very good.
Let's look.
$25 is pretty good, folks.
Yeah, that is.
It is.
Yeah, because if you go to like Barnes and Nobles or something and pick up a magazine, it's like
How
right
much
on
is a
price.
magazine these days?
I don't know. That's why I stopped that
The
sentence.
only place I ever pick up a magazine is in Barnes & Noble, and I read them there.
Yeah,
Right.
but how much is a magazine
I
to
have
buy?
no
I don't think
idea
I ever
now.
buy one either because
It's like
who knows how many people have picked it up.
I think so.
I buy some of the train ones once in a while.
That's a lot of judgment.
Like-
coming. Why?
What do you
The
mean?
model trains. I'm
He likes
prepping.
to do that. He wants to
Are you
retire and
seriously?
do that.
That's your thing now?
You've never heard this?
No, that makes me
man.
very
Oh
sad.
my gosh!
I
I
thought it
can't
was
tell
a
you how
bit.
many times I've fallen
Jeez.
asleep listening to Tom talk about how he wants to
Is that a
do
real thing?
model
I thought it was a bit.
railroading when he gets
No,
old.
as soon as Jimmy's
Yeah.
out, I'm turning his room into a model railroad set.
I thought that was a joke.
No, it's not.
Why is
Unfortunately.
that a joke? What? No, I will not be shamed for liking model trains.
I'm not
Nor
shaming
should you be, okay?
What side are you on?
You guys paint your
No, it's
flying
okay for him
fingers.
to choose that as a hobby. That's no joke. Come on.
All right, let's move on.
joke.
What stupidity is going on
so
here?
dumb.
Do we have a segment where I'm supposed to be playing in here?
Yes, we do.
All right, let's take a look over with Mr. Mark.
Choo choo
This spotlight is brought to you by 20 Strong Tanglewoods, where you will journey through the forest and face the big bad wolf with just 20 dice. Something foul's afoot in the Tanglewoods. It's been weeks since you've heard from your grandmother, so you're cinching up your belt, tossing on your cloak, and throwing your trusty axe across your shoulder to venture into the heart of the woods, where her cottage is tucked away. Why does she live in the heart of the woods, you ask? Excellent question. It's super dangerous. Maybe you should ask her when you get there. The object of a game of 20 Strong is to progress through a shuffled deck of cards, each card bearing a unique challenge. The challenges could be in the form of an enemy, a unique scenario, or some other requirement. Challenges usually require a certain number of successes to complete, which you earn by rolling a set of 17 dice with varying odds of hitting. These dice, along with 3 adjustable stat dice, make up the 20 in 20 Strong. Tanglewood Red is just one deck in the new trilogy using the 20 Strong system. Each deck in the 20 Strong series is built on a basic set of rules and plays using a single set of 20 dice, as well as one single chip. However, each deck adds unique rules and twists to the basic system, resulting in each individual deck playing very differently from each other. Tanglewood features 3 distinct different decks, unique heroes, creatures, and bosses. For more information, please check out the campaign, which is now live on Gamefound.
Really good.
It does.
All right, let's jump over now to Imperial Borders. This is a Grand Post-Napoleonic game by Larry Harris. Now, Larry Harris is best known for Axis and Allies.
And?
He also designed a monstrosity called War Room.
War Room.
I'm not kidding. This.
I saw that being played at East or West or one of those.
No.
And they had 2 tables. And they were just standing there, and it was the morning. They're like, yeah, this is going to be all day. 2 tables
It
and
actually
stuff.
comes
Wow.
with those little sticks that the
That
croupier
you
sticks.
push and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
legit movie war
Yeah.
scene in movies.
It was...
Now, that being said,
That's
he's
insane.
best known for Axis and Allies, and that's, I mean, I don't play Axis and Allies like I used to. This is War Room right here, this picture.
That's insane. Wow.
I like this. If you're thinking about the $500 bundle, I wasn't.
Look at
Look
that.
how big this game is!
He was
Like, where's
actually,
the person?
he was
Oh, there it
18 when he
is.
started that game.
Oh my goodness! You mean started playing? Too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of stuff.
That's insane. That's...
I do have to applaud him, though, because he is the guy who brought plastic miniatures into war games. Now, before that, it was all counters. Axis and Allies was like, ooh, little toy soldiers.
That's cool.
That's amazing.
There's
This is the guy
something-
we have to thank for miniatures then in games.
I didn't
yeah,
say
yeah.
that, no.
From Meeples.
I'm going to say that's H.G. Wells or something. Anyway,
There's
this
also
is
something-
cool, and I hope people love it. It's too big for me.
That's insane.
So I was gonna say, I think there's something romantic about that, about having like that one big game that you love that you can only
That's
get
true.
people together to play at a convention, and so you go for that, or
Yes.
or it's your dedicated group and you do it. I find that so romantic. I really like that idea.
I think this
don't-
game makes me feel nostalgic
Yeah.
without having any nostalgia for this stuff.
Right.
Right.
It's a very romanticized, nostalgic thing to, I don't know, I can smell the room that this
Yes.
game is in. And you're like, there's something, I don't know, old world about
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's like warm. It gives you like warm fuzzies without
Yeah.
having.
Now, that
I mean,
being
yeah.
said, you're
like
paying
it.
out the nose for this. It's $265.
Yeah, but it's a dry heat.
And that's a discount off the retail of $300.
What's option 2? Is that with War Room down there?
Yeah, that's if you want both. That's $500. You're
You
saving
need
$40.
both.
My goodness.
That's good.
That's a pretty good deal if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. Gave away War Room at the retreat last year.
Would you print and play?
I would not. That's a lot of paper.
Man.
That's that much in paper.
All right.
Would you play this though? Like TI4, people say I want to play it once. Is this one you'd want to play once or no?
No.
You just want to see it be played?
Yeah.
Yes.
I said, well, I
Okay.
think doesn't it take once to really get the whole scope of the game? Which means
Probably.
in order to actually play the game, you're playing at least twice. One learning game, one playing game.
100 at least, right? I
That's
mean,
what I'm
really.
thinking. So it's not I played it once, therefore I played it kind of feel.
No, no.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, they say it includes shipping. That's interesting.
That says it right there, free shipping on the green banner.
Okay.
That's not,
I can't-
again, and they're
Whether it's
enormous
that- that's
things,
cool.
so
They are.
that shipping ain't cheap.
No.
That's cool. I like that idea with a game that
Okay,
big.
I cut them a lot of slack on that. That
Yeah.
saves you a good $70 too.
At least.
Yeah.
That War Room game is big.
It
man.
is.
That's
It's
cool.
insane.
Good night.
And look, when you scroll down, I don't know if that's too like scaled. It looks like this one's just as big, if not bigger.
It might be. It looks big. All right, Band of Brothers, Stalin's favorite. Is like his favorite episode.
I don't know.
This one got me. It's like they said 15 minutes to learn.
What'd you say?
15 minutes to learn on this. You see that? That's why I'm like, okay, no, going down, they said like only 9 pages of which, let's be honest, is good for them. Keep going.
They say 9 pages of rules.
That's it. Yeah,
9 pages
here.
of rules, about 15 minutes.
Start playing in 15 minutes.
It's different than 15 minutes to learn.
Yeah.
Start playing
Oh,
in 15
okay,
minutes.
that's-
Yeah,
that's-
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
you to start any game in
Right.
15 minutes.
Okay, that is
That means setup takes 14 minutes. That's what that means, okay?
Okay.
No, but seriously, 9 pages of rules is not bad.
Now for this type of
I will
war game?
Nothing about the look of this game inspires me, though.
I'm more
That one
concerned it'll show you-
topographical part, I'm like,
Yeah. Once you actually get to the board and stuff, it's
They
a
barely
little...
show you the game.
I know.
Like,
You
here's
get to
the
see
board.
that.
Here's another piece of the board.
There's
Here's some
tokens.
counters,
Tokens,
and then
counters.
that's it.
But again, I mean, is this more? I mean, 58 created. I mean, they have their audience.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
worth
know,
it.
you know at
They're
this point.
showing you
yeah.
what's different about it. They're showing you the theme. They're giving you a little bit of background, a couple extra tokens. Like
Yeah,
if
fair.
you want this.
I do like this art style.
I do
I
too.
really
I
do.
love that what do you call that? Retro.
You know, it's war poster almost.
Communist.
Yeah, is that a thing? Propaganda artwork?
It
I don't
seems
know
like
what you
that type
call
of
that.
propaganda
Yeah.
type thing.
It reminds me of that King of Tokyo puzzle that we did. That we
Yeah.
got from
Yeah, it's
SN last
yes,
year.
that's
Remember
right.
that
The
one?
monster poster
Yeah, the
thing.
King
Yeah.
of Tokyo
I like
was
the
so
names
cool.
of those in this series too. Like they have like Ghost Panzers or something. It looks interesting.
I don't like that that N is backwards though. That really irks
It's a
me.
Russian bit.
That's a Russian thing, yeah.
I'm not Russian.
Okay,
Yet.
so Brink.
Yet.
We paid. Yeah,
It's pronounced niet.
Yeah.
We did a sponsored playthrough of Brink. So Brink is an interesting game because it looks, if you glance at it, you'll think, oh, this is some kind of Space 4X game. And it's actually a worker placement game where the kind of worker that you place, you're either putting it on one spot, between two spots, or between three, which I really love. That's the
That
same
was
thing as
cool.
from Whistle Mountain has that same kind of aspect.
Okay.
And there's a bit of negotiation in it because it gives you resources that you can't use. You may only trade them to other players. And if you don't, you throw them away.
I really liked that aspect. I did not think I would like that
That's
aspect
cool.
because I'm not a good negotiator because I just don't care to share, I guess, like resources.
That makes
but I
sense.
love that.
It's a new show.
That came up in
care to
HR.
share.
I don't
What's
care
going
to
on?
share. You ask me questions and I refuse to answer.
That's a great Q&A idea.
Nope.
Ask
Next.
me anything.
Q.
No, but I love it because you get the resources and they're going back to the supply at the end of your turn, unless you.
Huh, so there's no carryover. You just use
There's
them.
not, and so it's like, all right, I have two green. It's like, all right, well, I'll give you 1 green for your 2 green, and I'm going to take it because I get no greens. At least I'm getting 1 here, but I've given you 2.
Now I'm wondering if you'd like Sidereal Confluence, because that's the whole game.
Yeah, I'm like, do you generally like
No, I don't.
negotiation? Because
No, there was a whole time that he
She's a whole
wanted.
speed negotiator. You're like, how's this feel? She's like, done.
Yeah,
I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
Really?
I only do.
Or she'll go, no. There's
Okay,
no
you're
no
so
back and
salty.
forth.
It happened one time, Tom.
was it Cosmic?
He was trying to negotiate
No, it's
back, and I was
funny.
like, I don't play this. I'm like, nah. And he's like, but what if? And I was like, "Pfft, done. I'm like, I don't
She
play that
threw
game.
away her stuff. She's like, you get 1 shot at making a deal. She's like, I'd rather watch it burn than trade with you. That's basically what it came down to. It's like, oh, okay, you're a once around kind of auction person. You know
Give
what I
me your
mean?
best options, and I'll pick. Yeah, I'm not doing this back and forth. We got a game to play.
Also,
What's funny is she like dreads playing Cosmic because of the negotiation. And I'm like,
terrified
there's
of it.
no negotiation in Cosmic.
That's what y'all keep telling me.
There's
but
like
it's-
people just say there's negotiation.
yeah, I
it's
say,
basically like
help me or Z, and then you pick. That's it. There's no negotiation.
there's nothing.
What are y'all offering?
You're thinking
Nothing.
diplomacy.
Then you're not getting anything back.
Then that's
If
great.
you help me, you can win. If you help Z, you get extra stuff.
Is that a guarantee? Will you
Yeah,
put it in
that's,
writing?
that is no, because there's just so many betrayal cards.
There's not. Like, there's just no. It does not feel like a trading, negotiating game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Brink,
okay.
Brink
yeah, back to the
looks
game.
very cool. I love these cubes a ton. These cubes and the little tray you keep them in, I really enjoyed that. Of course, Ivy Studios always makes her stuff just look fantastic. It has that stark look that some people might not like. I know you like it, Z.
I like it, especially in this one. I think it doesn't always work for every game,
I want these
but I
big
think there's
miniatures.
sci-fi stuff
Yeah.
in Moonrakers and
Yeah.
in this one, which is the same setting. That stark graphic design, that
universe.
very clean, minimal, minimalistic kind of look. Yeah, it's great.
Well, the one thing that Ivy
looks
Studios
good.
does really well is good componentry that also functions really well in the game.
Yes.
So
Right.
like your little tray, it's designed to keep like in the front is the ones that you get that you have to trade. Behind that's hidden is the ones you have, but then it has this blind. It's not blind bidding, it's voting thing that you do, and so you put a little tray on top,
Yeah.
and then when you reveal it, so it's very functional. Or like the 3 different ships, one covers 1 space, 2 spaces, or 3. The way they're designed make the game flow. I think they're just very good at not just making it look good, but very functionally supporting that functionality as well in their design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to play this with anyone but Mike DeLisio. I would play this with anyone but him.
Why?
He'd be like, Joey, give me your stuff.
He's
be
a
like,
different
"Yes, sir."
person in these games.
All right.
Joey's scarred, man.
I really am.
Submachine.
I'll tell you what, this video actually really tells you how to play the game. It's just, they do good.
I'm curious about this video game now. It's based on a little video game, apparently, that has very good ratings on
Really?
Steam or whatever. And you're just putting these little rooms together, open door to open door, you know, and then a lot of them is
Levers
basically the
and-
rooms, and then the ones that modify
Yeah.
the rooms. The card game looks very plain. This production, I think in person it would look very sort of plain, very boring. It's not eye-catching.
No,
I
it
think
has,
the video game is like an indie little video game. That might be neat.
this has a very spy versus spy look. I don't know if you ever played that old video game.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's like just little empty rooms. You just go side to side, and it's just you're just trying to get rid of the cards in your hand, right? You're just trying to play out your cards, I guess. It's
I think so.
yeah, I don't
Gives me
know.
almost a castle feel from Bruno Feduti ages ago.
Sure.
Is it just a solo game then?
No, I think you play
No,
with other
it's
people.
against somebody
yeah.
else. First
Okay,
person
yes,
to get
it
rid of
says
the
solo
cards.
mode.
You're trying to run out of cards. You play with other people, yeah.
This looks like the Cube.
It looks a little, yeah. It looks to me the graphic design might be amazing, you know, looking on in person. It just looks a little unfinished to me. I wish it was a little more
There's no life.
pizzazz.
No, yeah.
There's no life, yeah.
Yeah, because there's really the only thing you're using on it is the little things on the side, the white border, right?
Right,
little
the
symbols,
arrows.
the arrows and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so
Then you cover, and then it's
looks
one I'd
cute.
play, and it's I don't know, it's like a travel game, but also
Oh,
like a
interesting.
table hog for it
I'm
too.
debating now. Okay, that's interesting. All right, next we have
There's no print player to check, by the way, for that one.
1980 Sixtina. Now this one surprises me on how this is not particularly doing that well, because the looping games, these have gotten pretty good feedback from people. They're little 19XX,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, I should call them 1900 series,
yeah.
because 19XX makes it sound like it's a train game.
Right.
They're not. These are small boxes. This box is about this size here, folks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then the
They're
game
little.
inside
There's a lot of
Okay.
game packed in there, yeah.
They did that one about
Wow, I
the
didn't
movie with the
expect that.
moon, right?
The 1908, I think it is.
The moon with the cigar,
Yeah.
It has a bullet in its eye, is what it is.
cigar
rocket.
bullet. Yeah.
The rocket, yeah,
Okay.
the bullet. It looks like a bullet, the rocket.
Oh, like that old movie, whatever it was called.
yeah,
it's
it's based
based
on
off
that.
that.
It's based
Is
on the
it?
Yeah.
making of the movie.
Really?
And they've done, you know, like they're all 19 something something and then a subtitle.
Are they all like a similar mechanic, the area control?
No,
type thing?
No,
Here, here they are, right there, all of them. So 1988 is about building an international space station. 1987 is about digging the channel. 1942 is about stopping airplanes in World War II coming and attacking you. The one of them, I forget which one is, about rebuilding. I think it's 1906 is about rebuilding San Francisco. They're really interesting little games.
I'll say I think thematically this 1980 is
1902.
Oh, yeah, 1902. That's the one. Oh yeah, it's not a cigar; it's a bullet. You're right.
Yeah, see, Wall
Potato,
Street,
potato.
Cotton Club.
They're really like it's a really neat, distinct, lively series of games.
Yeah.
They're all different and they all pack a lot into little boxes.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, Tom. This is not doing that well. I don't know if it's the theme. It's about the restoration of the Sistine Chapel.
Which is
Maybe
interesting.
that's
I think
what it
it's
is.
so cool. I think
It's a
all
cool
of,
theme.
Yeah, all of their themes seem kind of hyper focused on one
Yes.
thing. You know, it's not about a war. It's about a specific part of it. It's not about art restoration and collection. It's about this one specific element of restoring the Sistine Chapel. It looks really, really cool. I like the way you're, you know, the resource generation, or I'm sorry, resource gathering that you're doing, and then spending those resources to restore part of the artwork. And depending on if you meet that exactly, or if you underpay or overpay, is the quality of the work. If you're underpaying, then you got a student to do it, and it's not as valuable in the end. Yeah, I just think there's some really neat theme integrated into the mechanics.
This is from some of the same people that do games like the Battle of Versailles. And there's something about that group of folks in Spain that they are incredible at being really specific with theme and thematic research.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's something about that. I really love that they put in the work to find out about one event and going in super hyper focused on that.
Yeah, they seem experts in that.
Yeah.
You know, in that one theme. So no, I think this is very
Yes.
exciting. I think.
Are these in the library? Like the 19...
Some of them are.
Are they? Have to check those out.
Oh, Crab. So this is a unique crab-themed board game for families and gamers alike. An original combination of mechanics strategic depth, get it, depth, and interaction.
Crabs. It looks cute.
I
It's
love
like
this
it's a
video
cute.
so much.
What, with the
Video's
crabs
really
rushing
good.
at you.
Yeah, the whole like just the point of view thing. Yeah, it's
And
cool.
the crab stays and the whole video is around
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It reminds me of those when they give a dog a camera in its mouth and
Oh,
tell it
yeah.
to
Oh,
run.
I love
Yeah,
those.
yeah. And
Yeah.
you just see the dog.
That's
yeah.
This game looks okay. I really don't like the title.
oh crab.
Again, it's just like, haha, I get it. You're basically you're like tee-hee. Oh, it sounds like oh crap.
Oh, I
Yeah.
missed that. Okay.
You know, it's like
I didn't know. I didn't get- I was
Seriously?
trying to
Even
figure
when
out
you just
what-
said it. Oh
I
crap.
totally missed it.
wow. Okay, well never mind. It's perfect.
It was
then.
below me.
The gameplay looks neat. I love this sort of traversal style game. I do
do
like
too.
that kind of thing, figuring out a path to somewhere. Thematically, it's cute. I like the symbology. I like what's going on. I just wish that it was, I don't know. I think the title is dumb.
I like the linking cards situation. You know how to, but
What's the other game they did? Because this is not one. It just
Oh,
seemed like
they
a whole
did,
bunch of like.
these people have done the AI game. They did,
Oh, this one's pretty fun. This eater game. It is.
wow,
It is a. I know it looks weird.
that's a lot.
It is essentially a rock paper scissors tic tac toe mix.
Oh, that's right. You
Really?
told me about this one. Huh.
Yeah, it's like a dueling game. I played this with Jimmy. It's like tic tac toes within tic tac toes.
Okay,
And
wow.
it gets more complex as time goes by. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Tic Tac Toe is one of my son's favorite games.
Yeah, and it
So
has like
I
different
wonder if you'd
numbers.
like
Like you
this.
could play the same, a higher number on top of something else. So you have to think about that. Do you put your high number down right away, or do you put a 1 and then but someone can cover it with a 2? That's the basic things. It's kind of like
Okay.
that you know the game with that you cover up the. It's one of those Gigamic style games.
okay.
It's kind of like that where you can cover cards up with other cards.
Okay.
You're still trying to get them in a row. I thought it was interesting.
Oh,
Weird name, but yeah. Would you like 5,000
I would.
tabletop role-playing game fantasy tokens?
I would.
Did you back this?
I already did.
Did you?
I was very
did.
confused by this. I kept reading it and I'm like, I saw the price and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like $7. How could they possibly give you 5,000
Yeah.
tokens for $7? It's really buried. You're getting the pictures.
Yeah, you are.
This
Okay.
is not for a physical product
Oh,
like
so you have
whatsoever.
To get your own chips.
Yeah,
or
you have to
whatever
get
you
or
put it
a
on, like,
printer.
sticker.
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay,
mean, like, 'cause
but-
you'd like no, I mean, like you would put it on, like, print it on sticker paper or something. Because I'm
Well,
not playing with paper. That's
no,
gross.
here's what else you can
print them and
do.
put them on a penny and then put that resin on top of penny. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to build it
You
yourself.
can print them in a cardstock, then they have those little like choppers that you get at wherever Hobby
Yeah.
Lobby, and you can cut the circle, and you put them in those little coin capsules.
Oh.
And
But
What
I
about
don't
the
want
coin
like
capsule at the library?
I don't want like
Yeah,
this big. I
it's-
want like this big.
they have
make-
bigger coin capsules.
Do they?
For
Are you
big
sure?
coins. Oh,
I know this for sure.
Yeah.
You can get any kind of size
Are
you
they being
want.
serious?
yes.
so. I don't
No,
know.
no, you really can. For $half and dollars.
Yeah. That's like a.
They sell coin
Toonie.
capsules. I think the biggest buyer of coin capsules right now might be board
gamers, yeah.
and particularly
really-
Quacks of Quedlinburg.
No, I
Yeah.
agree. And they feel good.
There's a geek list that I'm subscribed to that has games on it, and it tells you what size coin capsules you need for that
Really?
game and how many you
Interesting.
need. And on Sunday when I was sick, I went through that whole list and added them to my Amazon account.
I did too.
And then I was like,
On Sunday when you
that's
were
a
sick?
lot of money. Okay, I'll be
Yeah, but
thinking
then
about it.
Prime Day came along and you bought them all.
Holla.
Buy them today.
Is today Prime Day?
Yes, it
It
is.
was the last day
Don't
of
leave
Prime
yet.
Day.
We
Yesterday
got a
was
little more to
Prime
go.
Day.
Coin capsules on Prime Day.
You don't know. Everything's on sale,
But no,
man.
okay, but also you can use these for like D&D Beyond. You upload your own like little coin or whatever, your circle. So,
Wouldn't you just print your own picture if you're getting a picture?
well, I mean, they have they have 5,000
Seems cute
monsters.
enough, but I was really
$6.
disheartened when I realized, like, oh, I'm just getting like a bunch of pictures of AI generated horses and,
Best part
and
is-
skeletons.
That was going to
Like,
be my next question. Like, where did they get all this art from?
Oh,
it's
the
100.
question is, did you use AI? And they're like, we used AI.
It's like they do say, no, they're like, some of them are hand drawn.
It's like they're really just
It's mostly
Yep.
AI. You
Alright.
can kind of tell.
some post
Which I mean,
editing.
okay, but I mean, if it's this big, you say you can really tell. We're looking at it blown up on a computer screen
I don't know how
here.
big they are actually, but
I guess however big you print
Yeah.
them, right? But
Well, there are not that many pixels. You can't really go that big. They're gonna be pixelated.
All right, moving on. Moving on. The Stefan Feld City Collection Classic Special Edition.
I've been waiting on the classic special edition.
So confusing.
How many times have they
Game
printed? Let's
trays?
say, let's pick one. I don't know, Hamburg. How many times have they printed that? And what? How many different versions of that game exist? I'm not even talking about what it was called before.
Let's say, okay, you mean just
I'm talking
Hamburg.
about just Hamburg.
Here's the thing. Every time I prep for this, when I see these, I'm like, okay, you guys will cover it. I feel like I do that every week. I feel like it's the
that's how
same
I
game.
am. That's how I'm
I'm
just like, oh, you guys will know what's going on.
Now they come with an insert from Game
From
Trays.
Game Trays.
And they're slightly different sizes because
The other ones?
I don't know. I'm
They're
so
also-
confused.
Yeah.
They're also cheaper. So if you back the first edition of this,
Oh, that is so
wait, that was me.
skeevy.
I've stopped backing the City Collection.
You wanted Marrakesh, didn't you?
We have it. It's in the library.
Oh, how much you pay for it?
Not 89. And there wasn't no cool insert inside.
Oh, wow. You would have thrown the
crazy.
insert away, though, anyway. So you paid more to
Not
save
if it's a game. Aren't these game trays? I thought
Yeah,
the
you don't
game
save
trays.
those, though.
it depends. Sometimes they do if they have lids. I like the ones with lids.
Lids are where it's at.
You paid
Tom
extra
loves lids.
to save the
Yes.
environment.
That.
Also, I want a challenge coin.
Get
for
it?
this game.
You
Every
get it,
mall.
Zoe?
First place he goes.
What's the challenge coin for? Like, hey,
It's
I'm a Queen game player. Keep this. Remember me.
For
And it's
put in your
always-
geocache.
Weird.
It's always Stefan Feld, but with a different hat. It's so awkward. It's so
Oh,
weird.
with the Fez
If I'm
one.
done, you're stealing my thing now.
Oh man.
I really hope they're going to be able to find a distinct hat from every city. In the list of cities, I took a picture of it once at Essen. It was like 20-some cities or something that
Yeah.
they're planning on doing.
They're not
But they
that
keep
many hats.
reprinting the first 4. So it's like, when are you going to get to these?
Gotta work up to
Yeah.
it. Gotta get momentum before they go up there.
They also have
Upgrade
these
kit.
upgrade kits so
Oh,
that
there
you
you
can pay
go.
more money
Yes.
To get. I
There
To
you
get the
go.
cheaper
to
version.
get the cheaper
So
version of the
stop
old
whining.
game.
They gave you a solution, Tom.
You can just pay
This is
more.
wild, man. This is
Yeah, I don't
wild.
get it.
Yeah, but what blows my mind is every time it funds.
They do
It's
well.
fun.
Does
Funding.
well.
So I don't get it.
I
Actually, I will say
this.
these boxes look better.
Wow, that was weird. I was
that what you were
gonna
gonna
say?
say?
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
They
exactly the
look
same
way better
words.
than that yellow swath across my shelves.
I will say this: these look better. Is basically what I was going to say. Yeah, like you started talking the same exact like word arrangement even.
I'll say like
Man,
because they
spooky.
you don't
gooky.
look at it and go Queen Games.
You don't?
You know?
No. I
It's a
don't.
disguise.
Yeah.
When you buy it, halfway through the white's melting off, and you're like, it's like a horror movie. You're like, oh no!
What is that cue? What is that cue? Ah!
I like that.
Oh yeah.
Emerald
Wow.
Skulls, which is a great name for a.
It is. I do like that. I think it's a super cute little goblin too.
What's
Also,
wrong with him?
I like
It
Keith's
is.
stuff. I think like the whole point of his universe at this point is the races you think are bad aren't. I really feel like that's what he's done in his last 6 games. You know, from remember Lockdown? You're like a bunch of kobolds in prison, and it's like they're in prison, but you're trying to get out. And then in his big adventure game, you definitely were like, I think humans are the bad guys. So I'm starting to think that he likes.
Do you
taking
really
the
think that much
goblins-
thought was put into it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
it's
I'm
not
impressed.
that much thought, Joey. I mean,
It's a lot of thought for me.
I mean,
I don't think a lot.
That's valid, but
No one
This
is
is-
arguing with you at all.
No, don't fight back.
Kind of like nerdy crap, says Grandma. Yeah,
This is fun. This looks
I
cute.
like games from this company a lot.
I do
and I think
too.
it's interesting that you get to choose the play style. You know, are you going to be the rolling the dice, or are you going to be the one that's doing the bets? Like you kind of
Right.
play which way you want to play. That almost feels like a mini game. You know,
It's simultaneous.
it's very ready, set, bet. to
That's
me.
what I was thinking.
Right? It seems
I'm
like
in.
ready, set, bet.
Yeah, $20. I mean, look at that. That's they have a lot of upgrades. You get you up to 100, I'm sure. But
Next week, folks, there'll be a lot of cool games.
really?
But that is the extent of games for this week.
Oh, you want to
Really?
you want to
Before-
preview a couple of them right now for us?
Before we get to our picks of the week, though, we're going to take a look at some non-gaming projects. But before that, we have some more stuff from Mr. Mark.
Streed?
Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview recap. I'm Mark, and of course, I'm here with Alita. And we have a handful of games to look at, so let's get to it. And first up, we have the Flames of Fafnir. Now, you literally are going to be rolling fireballs across the playfield. The dragon will be dropping them, and you'll have to build structures in order to protect the town. You have different types of bastions to protect the town, but once all those are gone, you're gonna lose the game. And to make matters worse, one player might end up being the traitor. And next up, we have Sprocket Forge. Here you have a magical factory with gears that you'll actually have interlocking gears that turn, and you will enchant these gears to get different types of resources. Trying to fulfill project cards to get the most points. What's really cool is that the gears rotate, and you'll get different types of resources each round of the game. And then we have the Rise of Babel, where you're trying to build a temple to the heavens, and you'll be using elephants to pick up and deliver different resources, and it becomes very puzzly as you fit resources into the grids of the temple and build upon it to that third level. And there's even this deluxe version of the game with all 3D components that just looks amazing. And finally, we have Smack. This is definitely an Uno-esque type game, as the creators loved that game as they were kids growing up and playing games together. Now, the thing here is that you have unicorns that can do some pretty dastardly things in this game. So you will be matching cards, and you can cause others to get the bulk of drawing cards by using that Smack card, showing just how dangerous unicorns can actually be. And then for my pick of the week, I'm going to give it up for Flames of Fafnir, as there are some truly epic moments in this game, as you're not only trying to protect the town, but you also are gearing up to some degree by getting artifacts and trying to battle the dragon for the most glory points in the end. But dropping those marbles into the dragon and having them roll out across the playfield is pretty awesome. All right, folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please check out our full preview. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
That dog looked green in that photo.
Yeah.
I love how Alita knows it's coming. She's just like, you kissed me yet? Okay, we can go.
We're done.
Ready to go home.
All right, let's take a look at a few non-gaming projects. If you have anything interesting, send it to me at tom@dicetower.com. We'll start off by something I wasn't expecting to see. Legends of Adventure, the story of Sierra Online.
I didn't
You're
know
old
this
enough to remember
match.
This
Sierra
was
Online.
nostalgia, by the way. First of all, I didn't know they
Okay,
started
so
it.
Sierra is a video game company from yesteryear.
Okay, got it.
All came
And
on
they made a lot
Laserdisc.
of video games, and it was these two people. Ken Williams
Yeah.
was sort of like the business savvy one, and then Roberta Williams, I think is her name, they're married, was the designer, basically, the
Well,
coder.
they're brother and sister, but
There's stuff at what
skin they're not. I
during
think
the
they're very weird.
early '90s. They were some of the most well-known games. King's Quest for sure, Space Quest, and unfortunately, Leisure Suit Larry was definitely well known.
Was that theirs too?
Yes.
Was not allowed to watch that or play that. Wow,
Well,
no, it was
for
them.
good reason.
Yeah,
It
that's
was an
true.
adult game, yeah.
It's actually
It's more like
it's more
teenager-y,
innuendo
I guess.
than
Yeah, it's
anything else.
teenager-y.
But yeah. Anyway, to learn about this, I might back this actually.
I thought about that. I'm like, would it stream? I don't back a lot of. There've been a few movies I've backed on here. I think Manos, Hands of Fate, a new one, and Velocipaster 2. But that's pretty much it that I've backed on here.
I like their trivia game question though. Here they're like, in which Space Quest does Ken Williams appear in all versions of the game? I'm like, I don't know. How would I know
either.
that? Even if I played them, like I
Yeah.
played a Space Quest or so, I would remember
Sure.
who was in what one. That's like super nerd knowledge.
This is cool. I like this
I think it's
idea.
really
It seems
neat.
neat. It's a very, again, it's that nostalgia of like, wow, these people and their company that's gone now, but you know, they sold it for a nice chunk of money.
Which is funny. It's like I had no idea it was like a husband and wife team that created the whole thing.
I was so bad.
know,
Wild.
like,
I remember Sierra. I remember
just-
their logo.
Yeah, I do too. I'm just
They're
now.
a big company.
They
Actually, in
were.
the little interview here at the top, they're like, yeah, for a moment there, we basically had half the games coming out.
They really
And
did.
I'm like, what? I mean, yeah, there weren't as many games coming out, but are you kidding me?
Wow.
That's incredible. And it's like, I like this type of nostalgia stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
That behind the scenes documentary. Yeah, it's cool.
Grandiloquent
My
Word of the
goodness.
Day 2025 calendar. Would you like to be able to use words to make everyone around you think he bought a thesaurus?
Yeah, are you a pretentious
Buy this
Piece
and
of
Piece of
oh crap.
Kurglaf.
Oh crap.
The shock felt when one first plunges in the cold water.
What is it? Curb what?
Kurglaf. Kurglaf.
It's Kurglaf.
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 Buy this and the wine game when someone moves. and say,
Yeah, here
make
you
friends.
go. Welcome to the neighborhood. We're very pretentious around here. I think this is cute. Yes, you're right that it is very like hoity-toity.
I want it.
You can also
re-
just kind of treat it as like goofy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I would like to just read the words.
Read weird words.
Maybe use it that day if I like in a joking way or something.
Yes, I agree. It has that sort of
On air.
farmer's almanac look, but
That'd be a
about
fun
words.
contest, like have people see if they can catch me using it in
That-
a live play.
If it's most like these words,
We will, believe
I
me.
mean,
We're gonna
if you
know.
say Kurglaf, I bet everyone, got it.
Yeah,
I mean,
come on.
I just don't like the look, really. It's not
don't?
one. I don't at all. I really
Those
dislike
calendars-
Is that Victorian?
It is, and I'm just not a fan of that.
those were popular, really popular for a while,
They
right?
were.
Like the
Like-
comics.
like-
I remember
day?
Far Side.
Like
yeah.
right before cell phones became real
Yeah,
big.
that was like, I would always forget about them, and then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, here we go, going through.
Oh yeah, they need to start tearing them off. Read all these comics as fast as
That's
you
the
can.
thing.
No, it's definitely a passive aggressive thing. On like my old desk, I used to have one, and every Friday I'd be like, "Ha, see you Monday," and I'd take off Saturday and Sunday.
Oh my word! Now you cannot take them off before the day has passed. That
I
is-
can if I
that
had
is
a bad
illegal.
week. I did. I let him know what I thought. You will
don't
not
think
see
they'll-
me till Monday.
I don't think they'll come off until
That
that
is what
day.
you're saying when you walk out the door.
That's what I'm mumbling.
You are not.
Don't
I
text
say,
me. Don't.
good.
He means it actually.
Lock.
Hey, look, we're back to the NutSmasher.
Oh, it's time
Okay.
to smash some nuts.
But
Oh.
but this guy's like a wooden table instead of like Z's knee.
No, he sells you now. He'll also sell you the
Okay.
round wooden plank there.
This
He's
is
also
a,
doing it on top of a metal piece.
This
Yeah, he
is also-
puts a
Yeah,
washer there.
this is also a new guy doing
He's
it. This
fixed
is
it.
not the one we got before.
This is not the OG
It's the exact
NutSmasher?
same thing.
Is it?
But
No, I'm
he's
saying
gotta
I don't
be.
think no, because I looked at the
'cause
project.
he's
I think it's
stronger.
a new one. He said the first time it was.
Hang on, I want to read his biography.
Oh my
No,
gosh!
Oh my
No, Vassal, no.
Yeah.
Click.
This was
No, this is
independently.
a new.
It can't be new.
That's insane if it is.
It is. It's a new guy. We've seen the guy before. We've looked at his stuff, but it's his first time doing this. And he talks in his campaign about it being never seen before, a new way to smash the nuts, that kind of stuff. It's
Okay,
like,
I 100% thought it was the same thing.
Identical.
I understand.
Could it have
Really?
been because it was on Kickstarter versus Gamefound or something?
You backed it. Where'd it come from?
Five Below?
But it caught me off guard because in it he talks about a new way. It doesn't talk about doing a reprint or anything. So I deep dove into this to be like, what? We've seen this exact same file.
Wasn't the other one called NutSmasher?
I just threw the boxes away because when we moved the
100%.
couch, they were underneath it.
So anyway.
100% this is
I
the
will
same
say-
thing. Yeah, Google that. Safe search off.
But here's the thing, this guy had his.
Maybe I should go away from the main view.
No, this is a different one. This is from Zunic.
But it's the same logo. So did he rebrand?
This one has 10 created. Oh,
It's
no,
got to
this-
be the same person. It's the same stuff.
Wait a minute. Does this guy have 2 different accounts?
He does. He's a tricky little hobbit.
Also, why is our internet so slow? So we got Yannick Hesh,
Well, there goes Yannick, right?
and this one
That's
is
the important stuff,
Zunic.
yeah.
This has a Smash Stopper and a NutSmasher. And this has a NutSmasher and a Smash Stopper.
Where's
It's
this
the
one
same
based out of? Because one says it's based out of France. Is
Yeah,
the other
where's
one,
this?
is it like different audiences they're hitting for shipping purposes? This one's out of France.
This is from France.
Yannick Hirsch.
You can tell it
right
his
there.
name.
I will
It says-
say-
No, go to that other one. Go to the Zunic.
And that one's France too.
Go to the Zunic one.
No,
It
this
said it
is-
right there.
It said it on the top. So that one says
No,
France.
if you go to the Zunic one, it says right
At
there.
the very top says it under his name.
Paragraphs, Zunic. Paragraphs.
You're France.
No, go to the other one.
Oh my word! Stop!
It's right there under his name. It's right there.
No, I'm not looking for the name. I'm looking for the fact that the other one mentions him by name.
Oh, you're looking for his name.
Yeah, I saw it. Just
Yannick
go back
No,
to the
his
Zunic.
name's in both. It's Yannick Hesh.
Yeah, and then
And
the other one
here
has
is
it.
Yannick Hesh. It's the same thing. Why does he have 2 accounts?
You're looking at the same thing, aren't you?
No,
No,
they're
I'm
two
not.
different because one had 10 projects.
Zunic.
Oh no,
Right.
Zunic is the other one, right?
Yes, and right there at the bottom says Zunic was created in 2017 by Yannick Henge. So it's fine. It's the same. That's his
Why does-
company. For some reason, he's
Hey.
now running it without the company logo.
I still have mine. I like it a lot, so.
But on
think the world
but on
needs
it, he's
these.
still also talking about like it's a brand new thing. He's not even referencing like.
Maybe there was a split between him and the company,
Well,
right? He had his brother
there was a
used to
lawsuit.
work with him. His name was
And then he killed him.
Yamelhench. And they had a nasty breakup.
Yeah.
But look at
He
Yeah.
took
Oh, look
the
at
Nut
this.
Smasher with him. He's like, my
I get that.
Nut
Look
Smasher.
at
You
this.
get the dog.
So
I
he
get
said
the
here,
NutSmasher.
we're happy with it, but like any innovative new product that's not so easy to use at first and there's room for improvement, we've had no problems doing it, he says. However, we heard from those who are struggling, and thus the NutSmasher board was born.
Oh, did it link
He
our
watched
video?
our video.
So yeah, did he link it?
Okay, but they have a bowl that if the stuff goes in, this stores on top. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely needed this one
It's just-
device to take up more room.
It's just
did.
like
Hey, you like
literally
this
a
the most
cutting
of
board.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a cutting board.
It's a
like-
weapon.
It
I just
is.
don't get the cutting board thing, and then he puts a washer on it.
I think that's
Like,
to me
sure.
it's something
Really?
hard to hit on.
Sure,
right?
but it's
Because
already
raised.
wood.
But,
Yeah.
I think it's because it's raised, and so it actually will help with that impact.
I guess so.
Yeah.
At that
Someone
point,
says that's because Kickstarter let you run the same project twice.
Yeah.
So he just has two accounts and just runs it from both, and no one's noticing this.
maybe he's
We are
running. a-
Somebody
detectives.
noticed it.
Da, da, da,
Right
Dice
here.
Tower Detective, DTD. I need a
I love how your dot was dot dot dot. I like that. Ellipses. I like that. I like that.
All right. Finally, we have.
This is my favorite project of the week.
Oh, this is fantastic.
This guy-
Press button
This guy, I don't
on your
think.
soap.
I don't think he's selling anything. I think he had
I
a
don't
life
think so.
hack.
No,
It's
he
literally
just-
just.
Wants people to know.
That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
He doesn't want any money. He's
He
just
called TED Talk and they were like, no. He's like, fine, I'll go to Kickstarter.
He doesn't have Facebook. He didn't want to make an account to do a post. So
No.
he's like, this is how to
No.
get
He
this
didn't have Facebook.
wonderful
Not into-
idea.
I don't really want to sign up for Facebook.
Yeah. I don't want to go viral
I'm not
with
into
this.
Twitter.
Yeah, I don't want to.
What's his goal on this one anyway? He only won $100. That's all.
He's-
That's all
What is
his
he
goal was asking
selling,
for.
though?
Nothing.
He does
no,
anything.
nothing. If you look at the pledge levels, it's just like
He tells you how to put your button on your soap.
that's it.
But make sure kids don't eat it.
I'll tell you how to do it. But he already
It's
told you in the campaign.
$20.
It's just like a donation.
Why are we putting a button
I
on
don't know.
soap?
Because otherwise it'll just sit there.
So yeah,
It creates a space between the soap and what you're sitting on, so it doesn't sort of coagulate there and gets
But
that gelatinous.
But that
goopy.
also works if you buy one of those.
Yeah, but
Those
that's
get-
not.
those get
Yes, but if
moldy.
one of your buttons on your shirt falls off, you can't sew this onto it. You know what I mean?
he's got a point.
I need a
Get in the
button
shower.
now. What should I do? And you're like, I know where we go.
Hold on. Wait. I've been waiting for this moment.
Boy, my shirt smells good.
Watch the video. Put the video on, Tom. The video is my favorite part.
There we go.
All right, hang on. I got to turn off the sound.
He cusses.
No, I don't know. Wait.
Yeah.
That's it. It's basically like it spins for like 4 seconds and the video's done. You're like, wait, what?
I can't believe no one's back this. All right.
It's
Well,
amazing. That is
somebody back
the
it.
best. That is the best.
That's what back to follow
you want to know
along.
if the NutSmasher guy's the same guy selling this.
Oh my goodness. I love that.
All right. Well, let's talk about picks of the week. We're going to start with Mr. Mike Delicio.
Hey there, everybody. It's Mike Delicio coming to you from the Dice Tower Midwest Annex. For my pick of the week, I'm going to be going with Brink, IV Studios' first foray into worker placement, but with adding their kind of trademark player interaction as well. Got a chance to play this at East. It was quite impressive, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the final version once it comes out. Anybody down there gonna tag along on this pick?
Frank.
Okay. Well, he asked the question. I'll go to Brink. Did anyone say Brink?
I haven't made my. Oh, I'm split between two.
I'm going to go with Brink.
I'll go with my other one.
You're going to go with 1980.
All right, hang on. You're doing Brink.
Yes.
One at a time. Brink. Your pick of the week.
Yeah.
You got anything to say?
No, I don't. Did you see the rest of them?
What is wrong with you?
I'm
No,
kidding.
this is my.
No, I think this looks really good. No, but seriously, yes, the rest of them, most of them, not all of them, really are. There's a big space between Brink and most of the other ones.
I agree.
But in any average week, this is a tremendously well done game. Yes, I played it already, so I know it. So that's going to give me a leg up on what I think of it. The gameplay is really interesting. These guys always make games that are a little bit esoteric, honestly. I'm assuming they make games for themselves, which is a good idea. You should do that. But their games tend to be a little weird, a little esoteric, a little outside the box, you know? This one, I think, is the most approachable of all their games so far.
Really?
I will
I
say
do.
this is my favorite of all their games so far. I've played, I think most of them I've played. But yeah, this is my favorite.
well,
It's
I
a
don't know,
little
that
less.
one they just put
it's
out,
a
I
little
really
less
like,
weird. This is a little
The
less weird than a lot of.
something.
It's got some weird stuff. I like it.
What's that one called?
Forbidden Sky.
Fractured Sky.
Fractured Sky.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
I think Fractured Sky is my favorite. I really
Yeah.
like
I
that.
like, I
Magnets.
like this one a lot better than Fractured Sky.
But I also like Moonrakers a lot too. Moon Rollers will be playing live at our booth at Gen Con. So.
I'm super excited
Like
about that
that.
one.
All right, that's one person. Okay, Camille, what'd you say yours was?
1980. I think this is such a cool implementation of this theme. It's a very, like we were saying, a very neat, like very narrow focus theme that seems to be well integrated into the mechanisms. And yeah, I'm super excited about this. I've not played any of this line. I've been aware of them all, but haven't played them. I think this will be the one that kind of hooks me to get in. Sometimes when you see these in a line, it starts to feel overwhelming if I don't know where to start, which one's for me. I feel like these look good they're clearly in a line and together, but they're all very distinct and individual. So this seems like a great hook or entry point for me.
That's right. This was almost mine.
By the way, I'm still very impressed by this process that it exists.
It's insane.
like I'd be so
Yeah.
scared. Like I want you to do some chemicals on this and bring this painting back to life. Also, don't ruin it. I'd be like,
It's
Oh,
priceless.
killed?
It is
Like, it killed if I
literally.
mess up.
Nope.
It's literally priceless.
The real
Don't mess
yeah.
this up.
Right.
It's like up there. It's like basically this and operating in someone's brain.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
It's so. Yeah, I would be terrified.
The
No,
anxiety
there's
of this.
no way,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's. Saw Mr. Bean do it and it just ruined me.
I know what he did to Whistler's mother.
Yes.
Guys, that movie's
You
terrible.
saw the
The
one.
other
No, that movie is one of the
better.
top 10 movies ever made that has
Fire.
Mr. Bean in it.
All right, what's your number?
All right. Like I said, almost this one. I like this one, but I'm going to go with Tales from Red Dragon Inn.
That is also my
Have you
pick
played
of the
this?
week.
I have not, and that's
Okay.
why, because this is new to me. I know it's a second printing, but I'm like, because I passed on it because I played Red Dragon Inn, and I thought it was fine, very Munchkin-like. So that's
The
why I passed
original
on
is
this.
really nothing like this
Nothing.
from what I hear.
And that's
yeah.
why I'm like, man, this looks
Yeah.
really good. So I really want to try this one. I'm excited.
Look at that. Bang, bang, bang.
I had so much fun with this.
And then he said, join the battle. 6 playable heroes. This is all from your review. I remember that.
So, keep doing Tom's voice. You're almost there.
Well, if you play with one of the characters, you get Pookie the rabbit.
Oh, he's in
Look at
this
the rabbit.
too?
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like your. He fights with you, but you don't have a lot of control over what he does. He'll just run around and start biting stuff.
Oh, I like the goo.
The goo is good.
Did you see it? That
goo
was
is
super
good.
cute.
Yeah.
What's the price on this?
All right.
I'm going to get it. It's print and play.
Alrighty, well, there you go, folks. That is another Crowdsurfing. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Smorgasbord. We will be back tomorrow afternoon with our top 10 games that start with the letter B. Letter B.
Do we
Letter
have any
B.
today that started with B? I don't think so.
No, but we do have
Oh,
a
Brink.
Brink, you're
I
right.
thought you were kidding.
No, I wasn't.
We just talked about it like 20
I have
minutes.
button soap as my.
Button so.
Hey, don't ruin tomorrow's picks.
I'm gonna innovate on that and go
And
to
then
Kickstarter.
Friday morning, we're playing Luthier. So we'll be doing that live here on the channel. So lots of stuff coming up, and that's just this week. More coming next week, and of course, reviews and things heading your way. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to all of our Kickstarter backers. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Joy Evans.
Get me a button.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out what's happening where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.